Hello, welcome to Backyard Maintenance and Garage. Today we're going to be diagnosing a trailer light issue in real time. I literally looked all over the internet and I looked all over YouTube. There was plenty of people who had the same problem. Nobody could show me or nobody could tell me how this problem was resolved. Today I'm going to show you what the problem was and how I resolved it. This isn't going to be just a straightforward, this is how you fix it. This is going to be me going through my day and showing you all the problems that I had. Maybe you had the same problems. Maybe you can match up your symptoms to mine, and then we can get this fixed together. So let's get to it. Today we're going to go over a problem I've been having with this trailer. Honestly, I don't know if it's this trailer or if it's this truck. Here's the issue. Whenever I hook up my 94 to this trailer, the blinkers work, the brake lights work, and as soon as you turn on the headlights, everything dies. Here's the problem. That truck will work perfectly with my two other trailers, but when you hook up my other truck, my 2013, it works with all the trailers. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out, is it a trailer problem or is it my old truck that's a problem? The only time this is an issue is when they are together. So it's one or the other. I think I have an idea, but let me show you what's going on. Maybe you got the same problem. Yep, brake lights work and I can hear the electronic brakes. Yep, left blinker works. Yep, right blinker works too. Let's go turn on those headlights. And just like I talked about, no tail lights. They work on the truck, okay? Everything is working on the truck in the back. Works perfect. And everything is wired exactly the same. I think I have an idea what's going on. Let's deal with it real quick. Alright, so I've been playing around. The LED lights didn't even let me turn on the rear lights. Like I said, I thought it was going to be a power issue, so what I did is I put LED lights, replace all the incandescents. There's 8 incandescents. I thought maybe that it was pulling too much power on the old truck. It doesn't seem to be the case. I did, however, I went around and I plugged each one by one, and I found something interesting. So do you notice that? Can you see that? See that like faint little glow? It's like got like a little bit of glow. It's on this front one right here, and then it's also on the side one over here as well. Do you see that? Probably not. Anyways, this one's glowing a little bit. All right, here's my next suspicion. I think the taillight grounds might not be working correctly, and I think what's happening is, I think the reason why you see that filament glowing a little bit, I think the taillights are grounding out through the taillight bulbs. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try and ground these taillights out a little better and see if I can't remedy this. My only other thought is that the only reason the other truck worked with this trailer is because for some reason maybe it has a better ground. Maybe it has a better ground. We're going to play with it and see what happens. I ground this down and grounded this, so this is nice and tight. I also did it on this side. This side is ground down nice and tight. You come all the way up to the front, and this guy right here, ground down nice and tight, right? Everything looks good, except for the fact that when I put on the brake, they're on. You can barely see them. You see what I mean? They're barely on. All right, watch this. So if I take this bulb right here and I plug it in, see how it's lit up? Now check this out. Do you have any problems seeing those brake lights now? Nope. It's grounding out through the marker lights. So those rear tail lights are getting grounded out by this filament. So I obviously know that I have a grounding issue. I think I may know where it is. All right, so the next thing I tried was I took this out. The ground is the bottom left, your stop lights is the middle right, and your running lights are the top left. So what I did was I grounded it out on the ground down here, and I tested the brake lights, and they tested fine. They tested, 12 volts or more when it's running. And then I turned on the running lights, tested those, and those are more than 12 volts, right? But the key thing is here is that when the running lights were on, the brake lights still worked. okay? So I know the truck side is fine, right? Which means there's a ground issue between the truck and over here. The thing is, I mean, that's a pretty good ground right there, right? So what I did was I continuity tested between this ground and the trailer plug, and I didn't get anything, okay? And I made sure I tested. I put 2 leads on here first, and you know, it beeped. I wanted to make sure the voltmeter was working correctly. Like I said, I tested between that and the plug, and I'm getting nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run to the store. I'm going to try and put on a new plug. The reason why I think those lights still come on when they're dim is because it's got the ground through the trailer hitch, which isn't the best ground. So I got a couple options. Like I said, I'm going to try a new plug first. If that doesn't work, I'm just going to rip out all the wires and I'm just going to start over, because I mean, there's really not much to it and this shouldn't be happening. It is an older trailer, so I'm thinking over time something may have vibrated through the metal tubes that the wiring runs through and may have chafed one of the wires somewhere in those tubes. So we're going to figure it out. It's just going to take me a minute. So that's where we're at. And just like that, I'm back from the parts store. I got some new trailer lights because, well, it came with new trailer wiring. The ones that are on there now are actually kind of beat up anyways, and I accidentally drilled a hole through one today. So got new trailer lights with wiring. Hopefully that'll solve part of the issue. Also got some dielectric grease for the grounds and a new 7-blade connector. I couldn't get the old one apart, so we're just gonna have to cut the wires and just start all over. So all right, well, this is fun. First thing I noticed when I took this off was I was correct. There is the ground wire just floating in there. So this is obviously disconnected. There's no power to this. I'm going to start chopping some wires here. You want to make them about all the same length. I'm going to strip all these back. All right, all these are stripped back. If you got like a small little screwdriver set for this, it'd be great, because this stupid little thing comes with like this awkward little Phillip. First of all, what we want to do is we want to back this screw out, right? Put the screwdriver reach in there, just push that down. You know, I probably should have stripped these after I put the thing in here. Anyways, take this guy off, unscrew this, don't lose the damn screw. Now with my long screwdriver, I'm gonna reach in there and I'm gonna push this out. There is my new beautiful corrosion-free thingies, whatever you call them. So we get this guy, we're going to take our old plug off. Probably should strip these after I put this on, like I said, but too late now, right? So carefully put these through. All right, I'm gonna give myself a little room here. Okay, now first thing we have to do is locate the top. This notch goes all the way through. That should be the bottom. And the notch that does not go all the way through is at the top. So I'm gonna start with my ground, which should be bottom right. It even says right there, GD, which is ground. That is gonna be our white wire. Now let's go the next one up, which is gonna be the left, which is going to be our yellow wire, because that is left turn. These should also be your brake lights as well. All right, now bottom right, if we look at it like this again, should be the electric brake. So we're going to do the red. Let's get this guy in here. All right, the one above from the electronic brake is going to be your right hand turn, which is going to be your green wire. Just above your right hand turn up here is your auxiliary. Okay, like I said, that's going to be your charging, most likely charging for your dump trailers and your RVs and stuff like that. Okay, so we're going to put that in there. All right, last but not least is my running lights or tail lights. Okay, it should go in the top left. All right, top left. Let's go over this one more time. The half notch is your top. So top left is running lights. Middle left, yellow, is left-hand turn. Bottom left is white, which is your ground. Your bottom right, which may be a different color, it might be blue on your side, is going to be the electronic brake. The green on the middle right is going to be your right-hand turn, and the top right is going to be your accessory, your 12-volt power. Like I said, charging for dump trailers or RVs. I'm going to take my set screw and we're going to put that back in. That's to keep this part from coming out of its shell. Now just be gentle with that, okay? You don't got to go too crazy. And then this bottom one, that's just to make everything nice and weather tight, which it doesn't really do because it sucks, but one could hope. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to plug this into the truck and we're going to cross our fingers and let's hope it works because my sanity is about ready to leave. All right, first thing we'll do is try the brake lights, and that is beautiful. All right, next is going to be left turn, and then we're going to do right turn. Phenomenal. All right, now we are going to try the tail lights, and I think it might have worked. All right, there we go, guys. There is the tail lights. I'm telling you, man, I'm so glad I figured this out because this was driving me nuts. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know why the trailer worked with my other truck because it worked perfectly fine. So I was literally going back and forth in my head, like trying to figure out what the hell is going on here. All right, guys. Well, I hope that solved your problem. If you guys found this helpful, please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Let me know if it helped you out or not. All right, I want to show you the continuity test that I did to determine that that ground was disconnected. Turn my voltmeter right here to continuity. All right, now if you touch metal to metal, you should hear that beep. That's continuity. As long as there's a path, there's continuity. If the path is broken, you don't get the beep, there's no continuity, which means it's disconnected. So we know that the bottom left, facing this way, bottom left, is the ground, okay? Now, when you turn it around, that's gonna be the bottom right, okay, when it's facing you, right? So if you have continuity, put it in that bottom right one, and then touch your metal over here. You hear that beep? That means you have continuity. That is connected. So the issue I was having was I was touching this and this bottom right pin, I wasn't getting any beep, which means there was no path, which means that somewhere, and I was right, between this plug and this ground, that there was no ground, okay, and no path. So that's how I determined where the problem was. Really simple, easy test. You know, try it out for yourself. All right, one more look at night. That one's an LED, that one's incandescent. I might actually go back to incandescent. Not sure how I like that one. And there we go. That one's out. I gotta fix that. I think that one in general just needs to be replaced, that whole housing assembly there. But yeah, there we go, all done. All right, guys, well, that's it. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to leave a comment down below. And if you like this video, check out these videos. That one's kind of cool. I like that one. That one's cool too. That one's my favorite.